Hi, it's me, Dave Crane, and I'm down here at Emirates Golf Club, and behind me, as you can see, is the stage being set out for one of the big concerts of the new year, probably one of the biggest of the new year actually, before Red Fest comes along. And this is the Bellamy Brothers playing live at Emirates Golf Club. Now if you don't know the Bellamy Brothers, then Google them. They've been around for ages. They're in their 70s actually, and they had the biggest hits in the 70s and the 80s. If you know Let Your Love Flow, and if you said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Then if you know those songs, you're probably as old as me. They were massive worldwide hits in the days that when you had a #1 hit single, it actually meant you sold $1 million worth, or £1 million worth of commissions. So literally, if you had a #1 single, you could live off that for the rest of your life, because it wouldn't get there unless you'd sold $1 million. Nowadays you can have a #1 single just on like 40,000 downloads or something like that. It's not quite the same business or the same game, and in fact in those days it was very different. There was no social media. For anybody who's just going, Dave, yeah, we know this, now why are you telling us? No social media. So literally movie stars, pop stars, people with celebrities excuse me, sorry, TV stars, they all had to basically be known for their craft, and you didn't really know the mystique behind the magic. There's no Kardashian world of revelations about what they've been up to, the things they've done now. Do you know who they're dating, what they've been saying? None of that stuff. In the days of yore, you said, making it sound like he was in King Arthur's days. It wasn't that far ago. Don't worry about the grey hair, you'll have it soon. In those days, it was literally that anybody who was of some kind of fame and managed to get on TV will be treated like an utter god or a celebrity everywhere they want. Nice to see Simon Wallace-Smith, another friend of mine, suddenly crop up, who I've not talked to for about 30 years. Wonderful. Dave Kavanagh, nice to see you as well. How you doing, fella? Is it nice in Thailand, or is that a stupid question? Sam and I went to university together. We've not had a chat since, but we had a lot of beer, a lot of things happened in those days that we're going to catch up with sometime. So anyway, talking about the good old days of celebrity, I want to talk about relevance, because literally nowadays you've got a very different world. Nowadays you've got a world where everyone's seeking relevance without possibly anything to prove, to say this is what I've actually managed to do. And I've had grey hair for ages, exactly. It's called dye. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I haven't got around to doing that yet. I think I'll just shave it off, go baldy, get rid of this. This is going to go soon, by the way, folks. So say goodbye to it, but not just now. So in the old days, the whole point of being a celebrity was literally because obviously you wanted to be famous, you wanted to make money, and that relevance was something that drove. And literally the audience wasn't the only factor in becoming a celebrity. It was more chosen by the people in charge of the TV shows, the producers, the people in charge of the music industry. Let's not go to casting couch. There are a lot of factors up to what made somebody a big celebrity or not. Nowadays it's completely different. Nowadays celebrities can be celebrities without actually being famous for anything. I'm not going back to the whole Kardashian thing, because I know that they do a really good job of their show and so on, and they sound like really nice people as well. But literally, the world has changed through social media. Now, one of the things is he said here, making his own video on Facebook Live, so he's not in a position where he can talk about social media. Loads of Hilker as well, by the way. But when it comes around to creating your brand, creating your relevance, everybody has the ability to create that. What do I mean? Well, in order to monetize who you are, what you do, what your business does, you literally need to have about 1,000 followers, according to Chris Robinson, who interviewed on Turbocharge Your Brand TV. You have a look at that interview. He's a genius. He was talking about the free business model and about the long tail. If you read his stuff, you'll know that he's the editor of Wired magazine. Really smart guy, smart thinker, and everything he talks about has huge relevance in the coming business world. And so he talks about the fact that, like Andy Warhol saying famous in 15 minutes, he was saying that in order to make a proper business out of your relationship with your audience, you need to have 1,000 people really into your stuff. Not 1 million, not 20,000 million likes on Facebook, but 1,000 people who buy into you, buy into your tribe, and will follow you wherever you go. They buy your products, they share the word with everybody, and you can guarantee when you do something, that creates that certain spark. Now, a very good friend of mine who's known as Glory Thick Girl, Nadine DeToy, you may see her on Instagram. She's got 35,000 followers, but she can muster at any given time about 200 women who will take part in all the different activities that she's got. So it comes to doing fitness, and it comes to doing lots of different, hiking activities, or going on the beach and doing a big Keep Fit event. He said not knowing much about what sort of stuff she does, but I do, because she's really cool. But she has these people who are just so much into her brand, they'll follow with her and create success. So that means that she is very marketable. So in terms, hello to Daryl as well, in terms of the way that you're creating your brand, you need to think about how many people you can guarantee will turn up at anything that you do, who will share ideas about what it is that you do. Because right now, tomorrow, we're going to be looking at this stage behind me. There you go, can you see it? That's what I'm going to be seeing. But I'm going to be on the stage as well, talking to, I'm guessing, about 7 to 10 to maybe even 15,000 people. Have a look around the area, by the way. I'll just give you a quick view. Gorgeous setting, isn't it? And I promise you one thing, on the night time, the view behind me right now, can you see the skyline of Dubai Marina? There you go, on a night time and that is lit up, it's spectacular. But the Bellamy Brothers will guarantee that all those people will turn up to see them sing their famous songs, which I had drummed into my head every single day on Radio 1 when it's number 1. If I said you had a beautiful body, would hold it, you'll know the song. If not, look at it on YouTube. And you'll hear the song I'm talking about. And Let Your Love Flow is still one of those songs that when they play it, doesn't matter where you are, you just go, oh, guitar, I like this. And the vocals are fantastic. And so they can guarantee that wherever they are in the world, people want to turn up and experience what it is that they do. They're in their 70s. Now 70s sounds like a really old, fogey number, and I certainly remember in the good old days, when I was growing up, somebody was in the 70s, oh well, they can't have long left. But nowadays, that means nothing. We all have the ability, with the way that print media is going, not in terms of print media, but in terms of technology, with 3D printing, you can already print skin. Already. Printing organs is not that far away if they're not already doing it. So replacing members of your body, parts of your body, bits and bobs, they can do jawbones, do the teeth, they'll be able to do everything soon. So literally, your life expectancy in about 30 years time will be about 120, which makes the 70-year-olds, the Bellamy Brothers, on stage sometime this weekend seem like little children, little babies going to work and doing their thing. So in terms of that, if you're going to live longer, then you have to consider a lot of different things. You have to consider, first of all, what are you going to do later on? Because the entire world is primed towards you getting towards your 65, 70-year-old time and retiring. If you've got another 40 years, are you financially set up for that? Probably not. How are you going to live if you're... Because you're going to be quite old, and probably up here might go on holiday quite a bit in terms of your hair and your faculties. But somehow you've got to keep going because everything will be fixed. Watching videos on telly, how can I put this, of people doing stuff might change dramatically when people's average age is much older. But in terms of every single economy, then it means that you're going to have more young people having to pay, if they pay tax in those days, which is very likely, for more old people to be around. So let's go back to this whole point about relevance. You need to build a brand, just like the Bellamy Brothers, that's something that's got longevity, it's got wings. You need to be doing it in terms of something that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're very good at doing, and something that when you can literally put your stamp, your brand on it, and it carries legs wherever you go. So when you turn up, you're the author of that book. You're the person who did the video. You're the person who everyone's following, and now you're there right now. But it's not a one-off thing. It's an ongoing thing, because there's so many people doing what you do, so many people who are able to lay claim to knowing as much about your industry or your thing as you do. You have to be bigger and better on an ongoing basis, and that means a level of constancy. That means that people have to be able to know that you are always doing what you talk about. Now, there's something that Brits will know. If you're British, you'll know about a stick of rock. If you're not British, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. A stick of rock is a long candy cane that you get at seaside places like Blackpool. And what they do is you'll get it flavoured, so most of it's white, and have a flavouring around the outside, a bit like a pencil, but it's made of candy. And inside, they'll write something like Blackpool or Happy Birthday or something. And what happens, because it's written all the way through the stick of rock, whenever you cut it off, or you take a bite, or you reduce it down, all the way through the stick of rock, is the writing. So if you broke it into pieces and gave it out to other people, they'd all be able to read it and it would say Blackpool on it. You need to make sure that at whatever stage people access what you do, it is consistent, it's relevant, and it still has the same quality of brand that you're creating for yourself right now. That means through the good days and the bad days, you need to be something that at any given time, people can tell exactly what it is that you do. Now that's not easy to do, especially when you have good days and bad days. Some days you don't want to talk to anybody, some days you just want to hide, some days you can't be bothered, but that's the whole point, you can't do it. Andrea, good to see you, Andrea Preston, in Redcar, and you went to school with me, which means it was goodness, I don't even think the school's still there, is it? Are any of the teachers still alive? I'm not sure. So, we talk about consistency, about creating your brand and creating your relevance, but also creating your friendships. Making sure that whoever it is that you're dealing with, whoever it is that you're talking to, and whoever it is that supports you, you also look after them in turn. If you don't do that, then it can be a very lonely time when you're heading towards retirement, but certainly in terms of running a business, it's going to be something you look at the same way. So anyway, to bring it to a conclusion, relevance has lots of different levels. Relevance for your ego, but relevance in terms of your business, and relevance in terms of being able to monetize what it is that you do. I think that one of the keys to this year is being able to speak. To speak and to display your brand at an event in public, which is why I spent so much time teaching people to speak. I've got 2 clients just booked me for Saturday to go for. I'm going to teach them to be great public speakers. We're going to go for their presentations, going to go for their style, overcome their fear of failure, their fear of working a live audience, their worry about what people are going to say, all the different things that people have as a fear will go through, because it's very important people start considering making their brand. 2017 is a year where things are going to be upside down. Everything you thought was going to be normal is not going to be. Clients that you thought were going to be there for you will cancel on you. People who you thought were always going to be by your side may find a reason, maybe not even your fault, to do something different next time. So as a direct result of that, you need to be able to build your brand very quickly, and one of the best ways to do it is to start speaking. Just going up on a stage, getting your presentation, and embodying it. If you can't reach the people, this might be a little bit dark now because I'm working towards the light. Walk towards the light, Dave. But as you create it, the more impact you have can be down to the relevance that you bring and how quickly you can start speaking. Your ability to have a voice on social media and your ability to be able to speak in public is paramount. So I would say that's a special source. Now if you're interested in more on this, myself and Ernesto are going to be doing some webinars soon, and we're going to be recruiting people who want to know more about speaking from all around the world. We're doing monthly webinars, and I'll tell you more about it in a different video. So it's really, it's really powerful. Whatever business you're in, if you want to create that brand that is long lasting, and it means that you become seen as an industry expert, a thought leader, and a high achiever to all your staff, to all your colleagues, to all your clients, and all your competition, then we can help you with that. Until then, wish me a good weekend, and you have an awesome weekend as well. I'll probably do something live from here tomorrow. I'm not sure how noisy it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be rather noisy. If you want to buy tickets and come along, I believe that Tim Cheddar, one of the best DJs ever, will be doing lots of cheesy music, and he's a fantastic guy, brilliant, and his events are always fantastic. I think he's doing a warm-up, and I'll be on stage bringing on the Belly Brothers sometime tomorrow evening. So whatever you do, take it easy, lots of love, have a fantastic weekend. This is a weekend starting in Dubai, because we go Friday, Saturday weekend, whereas everyone else goes Saturday, Sunday. But all blurs. Whatever you're doing, take it easy anyway. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.